There's an old Zen story about a Western professor who visited a Zen master so he could have the Zen master teach him Zen. So he gets there and they're both sitting down at a table, and the professor says to the Zen master, "I would like you to teach me Zen over a cup of tea." So the Zen master agrees. He goes, he grabs the tea kettle, he brings it over to the table, and he begins to pour the professor a cup of tea. And the teacup becomes full, and the Zen master continues to pour the tea into the cup. The professor is obviously confused, and the Zen master just continues to pour the tea, and it begins to overflow onto the table and overflow into the professor's lap. Finally, the professor becomes annoyed and says to the Zen master, "Sir, why are you continuing to pour the tea? It's overflowing everywhere." And the Zen master says to the professor, "Because this teacup is just like your mind. It's overflowing and it's full. And until you quiet it and empty it and release whatever's inside of it out and work through it, nothing can go in. No new knowledge, no new wisdom can go in when it's overflowed." And this analogy, it makes perfect sense in our everyday life. We're constantly thinking, we're constantly overthinking. We are never, in the present moment if we're constantly thinking about the past or thinking about something in the future, like just constantly racing thoughts, fleeting thoughts. We don't have the ability to take what's happening in the present moment and accept it and learn from it and use the wisdom that's in the moment and the knowledge that's in the moment to grow and move forward. So we need to clear our minds and quiet our minds and empty our minds of all the things that are inside of it so that we have the room and the ability to allow what's happening in the present moment to enter it and to learn from it. And this is, usually the cause of stress, of anxiety, of nervousness is just these constant fleeting thoughts that are just always happening, and we can't quiet them down, and they consume us and they give us emotions that don't affect our lives in a good manner. And we need to learn how to quiet these by meditating and working through our thoughts and accepting them, accepting our feelings and accepting our emotions, and working through them completely so that we have room for new emotions and new thoughts and new ideas and new wisdom so that we can continue to grow and continue to heal as a person. So this is a very cool analogy that I heard and I wanted to share with you all, and I hope that it helps.